Captain's call, echoes from the deep. Captain Jonathan Clarke stood at the helm of his weathered ship, the Siren's Lament, as it sliced through the choppy waters of the North Atlantic. The air was thick with anticipation as the crew prepared for another long night at sea. But tonight was different. Tonight, the ocean seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for something sinister to emerge from its depths. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an eerie glow across the waves, Captain Clarke couldn't shake the feeling of unease that settled over him like a heavy fog. He had been at sea for decades, weathered countless storms and faced his fair share of dangers. But this was different. This was a primal fear, rooted deep within his bones. The crew, too, seemed to sense the tension in the air, their usual banter replaced by nervous whispers and furtive glances. They knew something was coming, something beyond their understanding, and it filled them with a sense of dread they couldn't shake. It was then that the first echoes came, faint at first, like distant whispers carried on the wind. But as the night wore on, they grew louder, more insistent, until they filled the air with an otherworldly chorus that sent shivers down the spines of even the bravest sailors. Captain Clarke knew he had to act fast. Whatever was causing these echoes, it was not of this world, and it posed a threat to his ship and crew. With a grim determination, he barked out orders, rallying his men to prepare for whatever lay ahead. But try as they might, the crew could not escape the haunting echoes that seemed to surround them, enveloping them in a suffocating embrace that left them feeling powerless and small against the vastness of the ocean. As the night wore on, the echoes grew louder, more frenzied, until they seemed to be coming from all around them, closing in like a pack of hungry wolves. And then, just as suddenly as they had begun, they stopped, leaving behind an eerie silence that was almost worse than the cacophony that had preceded it. But the respite was short-lived. Without warning, the sea around them erupted in a violent storm, waves crashing against the hull with bone-shaking force. Captain Clarke fought with all his strength to keep the ship afloat, but it was a losing battle. The Siren's Lament was no match for the fury of the ocean, and soon it was swallowed whole by the churning waters. As the ship sank beneath the waves, Captain Clarke found himself dragged down into the icy depths, the echoes still ringing in his ears like a death knell. In those final moments, as darkness closed in around him, he realized the true horror of what lay beneath the surface, a force older and more powerful than anything he could have imagined, waiting patiently for its next victim to call its own. And as Captain Clarke's consciousness slipped away, he knew that his fate was sealed, destined to join the countless souls lost to the depths, their voices forever echoing in the deep. For more scary odd horror stories, please subscribe us.